Conspiracy news, chemtrail edition with the legendary.
Den keeper checking in.
That's right. You know, these other channels be flying off the rails with subs. Something's up. Like these chemtrails in the sky, I swear.
Yeah.
All right,
So you hit me up about the chemtrails today, and I've been complaining about the weather, and like every single weekend it's been raining on the East Coast. Every single Saturday morning it's been raining consistently.
I mean, what bothered me the most is that they acted like it was the end of the world and New York was in like underwater.
Oh yeah, they sell the weather. You ever see when there's like a storm
Telling
and
you.
then people just sit home all day watching the storm on the news the whole day? It's like, yo, the storm's happening outside your window. You'll sit there watching the news tell you all day long how it's snowing outside.
It's crazy. Yeah, man. So like I I just it's so obvious to me every time there's a clear day. It just that plane comes out. Where do you think that plane comes from that sprays it? Who's paying for that? That's my
I
question. That's
don't
a
know,
good
right? That's
question.
got to be some dude with like benefits, right? And then like a
The whole
secret
nine
deal with the
yard.
government or something, right? He
Telling
just
you,
like he was in the
telling
Air
you.
Force for a while and like they just found that one shady dude that was like, yeah, this is the kind of guy that would go around neighborhoods and just spray things on people, right?
Like, how could you not like? How could the government deny it? They've denied it.
I
Like,
mean, we know that they put stuff up there, right? We know about the control stuff. We know about HARP. We know about the cloud seeding. So we know that they have the technology in place to put things in the air that do what they want it to do. So if they can make it rain and they can basically create tornadoes and all kind of crazy stuff, like what would make us not think that they're putting
exactly.
things up in the sky to try to control our moods or like maybe how we feel, like maybe there's something up there that gives people like different codes and things like that, and that's super duper like crazy conspiracy stuff. But I think my point of view on this is basically I wouldn't be surprised, right? I don't think anybody is surprised when we start talking about them putting things up in the sky to control people.
Like, I just as a kid, I always was like, I always thought they looked cool or something, and like Prince, like he said that,
Yeah,
but it was more like not as a kid, but for me, it was more like I was like, what is that? I wasn't like, oh,
yeah.
that's cool. It's from a jet. I was more like, what is that line? It's so weird.
Yeah, it'd be
So,
like those flat clouds. You see them and you're like, yo, what is that? Like, why? Like, it's one thing when you see
and
like
it's
that
like
streak
layered.
and it's like a plane or whatever, but then sometimes you see it and it's just like, it looks like it's like wavy or something. It's just strange.
Can you see me streaming right now? Or
Yeah.
so, all right. So I'm gonna play this. All right. So this is a chemtrail from a
Of
workday.
aircraft activity. Aircraft are now repeatedly dispersing materials into
Spreads
the
like
upper
a
atmosphere at
ghost, like
light
a
altitude.
snake.
Light altitude.
Those are
These
contrails.
mater-
That is just
the-
water
these
vapor
materials expand
in the sky.
rather than evaporate.
And when the
They
air
usually
reaches a certain
transform
temperature, it
into
leaves
insightful
behind a
haze
mist.
that over the recent
You
years
know what I
has
say to them?
our
You know
jet
exactly what I say to them. Then where is the company's name? Where is the
Where are
the
the other planes, right? Because it's like when
where's
you
the
see like planes
military?
flying in certain places, you'll see a lot of them. It's like
And the
this is just
out
very
also
weird.
I just thought about it. The altitude that they spray it is really, really high. Cause this is how I got really introduced to chemtrails. So one day I was going to the supermarket and I saw this woman with a Canon camera. Like she was so like bro, she was
On it.
focused. She had the the press thing, that
Yeah.
attachment that
The
shit looks like that
paparazzi
shit looks like
looking
a
joint.
grenade launcher. That shit. Thing's huge. But bro, the focus she had, like that plane, bro, she had details of the plane. It was black.
Yeah.
And the way it was spraying, like, and I was like, what is that? She said chemtrails. And that's the first time I ever heard that word. And it wasn't even that
Yeah.
long ago. I would say it was 15 years ago, which is pretty long ago, but you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it's like that's how I got introduced, and that's how I got in, like how gradually I progressed and found out like my suspicion and like the mystery of those things that I thought we all think that that's from planes, just the vapors of
I mean,
gas.
you used to hear people say that. Like, people talk about that all the time. People been talking about that. They're like, yo, they spray stuff in the sky, though it changes the weather, it changes everything.
Just like Prince, no. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
play this Prince joint. We should even check if they're out in the sky right now. Honestly.
Follow along. In no particular order, since we mentioned Dreamer first, tell me about Dreamer.
Oh, well, when I saw the State of the Black Union, Dick Gregory really moved me and a lot of my friends. I
Oh
showed
wow,
to
he
everybody
mentioned
coming
Dick
over the
Gregory.
house,
Do you
especially white
listen
folks,
to him?
because they need
Oh,
to
yeah.
hear
Me too. I think they offed him. He opened my mind like crazy.
that, you know,
Yeah,
so that
he
they
put
know
me
more
onto a lot of
about all
information to
us,
do with like indigo
because,
children and all that.
The
what he
fuck is
said
that?
affects all of us.
Those are
He said
kids that
something
were born
really hit
during the
home
80s
about
that have superpowers,
this
bro. You don't know about that? You didn't know you got superpowers, that when you at
Yo,
nighttime you be zooming out of your crib and all that, when we was back then, all that shit that was going on,
that's
all that evil that was
crazy.
happening, bro. They sent us here into this dimension to try to save the world, but that's another video. That's a whole nother
Facts. I can't
video.
wait for that.
Shout out to my
when I saw
indigo
the
children.
State of the
Shout out
Black
to my
Union,
empaths
Dick
out there.
Gregory really moved me and a lot of my friends. I show it to everybody that comes
Bro,
over
when
the
I
house,
if
especially
I
white
ever get
folks,
famous, I'm
because
never
they
gonna
need to
talk
hear
about none of this shit,
that,
bro.
you know, so that they know more
You
about
gotta
all
talk
of us.
about it.
Nah, I
Because
am until they shut me up with a check.
what he said affects all of us. He said something that really
Oh,
hit home
man.
about this
Yo, why he got
phenomena
yo?
of
I hate to
chemtrails.
like go off on chemtrails, but like, why does the things in the back look like the Twin Towers?
You know, when I
Oh,
was a
shit,
kid,
I
I
didn't
used
think
to
about
see
that.
What the? I'm
these trails in
telling
the
you,
sky
everything's
all the
connected.
time.
G,
And
Project Blue Beam.
so
Look
that's
at the
cool.
blue in the
A
back.
jet just went over, and then
Wow.
you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know,
He's
everybody
wearing
in
white.
your
What do you
neighborhood
wear?
was fighting and
the
arguing, and
people-
you didn't
oh,
know
no,
why.
You wear black. My bad.
Okay, and
You should wear
and you
white.
really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting.
Look at the corner
So
number.
he started riffing about the chemtrails, and he started to
Yeah,
say
look,
things that
WTTW 11.
hit home so hard. And I would
311s.
recommend that everybody try to get what he said online or wherever,
Yo,
and try to get a
Prince was
copy of it and just
asking
listen to
for
it.
it. He even said go
Because
online and make a
I was
copy
so
of it and
moved that I had
watch
to
it.
write the song. The other thing is the first line of the song says I was born on the same plantation.
I don't want to hear the
in
plantation.
the United
shit.
States of the red, white, and blue. And we live in a place now.
Anyways, yeah, that's alarming, G. That is alarming. That is alarming for me. You know Prodigy, the rapper that was a famous rapper with Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
He spoke about HARP, chemtrails, Jay-Z, and the Illuminati, and they got him, bro. He choked on an egg.
You think they got him?
Bro,
Oh,
his
man.
official death is choking on an egg. I think that's the first in history.
It's crazy.
But
It's crazy, man.
yeah, man, so he mentions about seeing it as a kid. So he was born in 1958. So this has been going on since the 70s, which is fucking insane. Like,
Yeah, I think I think the second they figured out how to fly, I think as soon as the Wright brothers went up there was somebody at their door like, we got something to put on top of that airplane of yours. We got something to tie to the back of that thing.
it probably started in like the wars when you're really thinking about it. They, Agent Orange or whatever the fuck they used to use to like spray over communities and fuck them up. It's kind of based like on that, but it's not as harsh. It's like slow death rather than sniff it and, you know, smell it or inhale it, you're dead.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if they don't have a way to do shit like that by now, I would be almost like that. That's what would surprise me. It's like it doesn't surprise me that they're putting shit up there. Like no one is like doubting that. You know, I think that's the general like feeling on that. It's like, yeah, they putting shit up there, and it's like you got to protect yourself from it.
And like you said before, like, I think it works like, how do I say it? It works with the electrics, the waves that they put out with HARP and the chemtrails.
Oh yeah, like they got
It's all
frequencies
working
and all
hand
of
in
that
hand.
that they could use to control things.
It's all working in coordinates with each other, because it like, I don't think the chemtrails just affect the weather. I think that with like electric.
Yeah, they got waves and all
Forwarded
of that
over
that can
there.
affect water and move particles and make things happen, man. This shit is like, this shit is deeply controlled, man. This shit is deeply, deeply controlled.
Like, I'm typing in right now. Hold on. Plain spraying chemtrails. Let's see if that even comes up. Alright, cool. This is like something I wanted to. Vista print. You know they freaking scammed me back in the day.
Airplane chemtrail.
Like, for instance, like look at, like, that's not even chemtrails. What you're watching right now is not even chemtrails.
Yeah, that's a jet.
That's a chemtrail.
jet.
That
Yeah,
that's a chemtrail. See, that's what we don't want to get confused. Look, that first one was a contrail. You could clearly see it, the thickness of it. You see how thick that is?
Yeah.
That's a contrail, G, and that plane looks regular. Now look at this other plane. It always flies in a really high altitude, always. That's what I wanted to show people. There you go. Hold on.
Videos on social media with the hashtag ChemTrails have more than 143 million views. And even today, some people, like Verify viewer Monica, want to know if chemtrails are real. So let's verify. Our sources are the American Chemical Society, the Environmental
American
Protection
Chemical
Agency,
Society.
the University Corporation for Atmospheric Hot Exhaust,
they'll
which
never
contains water at 38,000 feet.
Wait, hold on. I want to see what they
Convincing.
say.
Let's explain how jets fly. Jet engines
Can you
run
hear it?
incredibly hot at more than 3,000 degrees, but the air
Yeah,
temperature
a
at
little bit.
38,000 feet is incredibly cold, around minus 40 degrees. So when the
Wow, they
engine's
gonna
hot
try to say
exhaust,
it's
which contains
temperature
water vapor,
shit.
hits the cold temperature, it turns
Shut
into
the
ice particles
fuck
that
up.
create the white streak
Yeah,
of
they
a
got an explanation
contrail.
for everything.
The contrail can last for a few seconds or even more than a day, depending on how moist the air is
Oh, he's
before
saying the
evaporating.
contrail. the
Numerous
regular
studies
shit.
by the government and independent scientists have found no evidence that chemtrails exist. The most extensive was in 2016,
go.
where researchers
I
collected
can't, bro. I'm
water,
done.
soil,
I'm
and
done.
snow
I'm
samples
done.
from
I can't. I hate that when they just outright. When they outright. All right, I took off the sharing screen. I just can't, bro. You don't explain it away. Oh man, yo. I got you, bro. Peep game. What did they say about aliens? Rest my case. And where are we at right now with that shit?
Oh, that shit is on the news already.
So don't
That
even
shit is-
tell me
they
they
got
don't exist. Because
committees telling
one
us
day they'll
about
say,
that
"Oh
shit.
yeah, chemtrails were in the air. We were doing it for this, that." They'll make another excuse for the excuse that they didn't exist.
Yeah, we know that this shit. This is why it's like
Who is behind this? Who?
it's
The
so
government? What? Who? Why? What? Weather
I really
control,
do think-
obviously.
I think there's a lot of waste that they have that they got to figure out a place where to put all that waste. I think there's just a lot of stuff that at this point with how they run things, there's no better solution. That's the sad part, I think, with them. Based on their system and how they do things, it's like
And
with dumping things in the water, it's like there's no better way to handle things. It's like we have to just pollute. We're not gonna worry about that right now. We're just gonna do it. And it's the same thing with this shit. It's like
And then we're gonna
if you
pay
want to just
them
look at
to
the
clean it.
pollution alone, if we don't even talk about chemtrails for a second, we could just talk about the shit that we know we put in the air, right? When you go and you walk past a factory and you see all that black smoke going in the air, and they're burning metal and batteries and all kind of shit. All of that's going in the air, and we know that, right? There's no conspiracy. We
Facts.
know they are putting things in the air that are no good, and that those things go up and stay in the air, and we are breathing that shit in. That's a fact. So if they don't care enough about that, why should I not think that they're putting shit in the air? And if we already know that they're doing all kind of chemical warfare and all kind of shit,
Exactly.
why would they not be doing this? If there was a way to control people and make sure that people were staying calm and we could just spray a little something
Exactly.
in the air to make them whatever, why would they not do this? Like, we got to look at this from a whole different perspective,
People
right?
usually get sick at the same time.
We
That's
got to
not an
really look at
accident.
this a certain way. And it's like, it's always about controlling the burn. So it's like, if it's easier for them to control the burn by just putting some shit up there, that's what they're going to do. And if it's gonna cost 1,000 people because we don't want to lose 10,000 people, that's what they're gonna do. But what I'm saying is, how about you guys figure out a way to put some fucking like coffee or caffeine in the air
I was
and
just
spray
about to
that
say
shit
Red
outside
Bull.
my hallway in the morning so when I wake up, I don't have to pay $7 to Starbucks
Oh
to
yeah.
fucking wake me up. Put some shit in my gas that I could press a little button, and when I'm in there breathing that shit for hours, which is killing us too, at least it's doing a little something to make me feel a little bit better or something. And it's like all we ever hear about is all the bullshit that they're doing and all the shit that they're polluting us with. So it's like, yeah, of course they're putting shit up there. And the only thing I could ask for at this point from daddy government is to try to put some shit up there that's gonna help me out. Give me some shit that's gonna make me fucking
Coffee
run a little bit
powder.
faster or
Coffee
something.
power. No
You know
matter
what I mean? I'm joking around, but
a
it's like
coffee cloud, that'd be
like
so
I said,
cool.
my point that I'm trying to make is that we already know that they pollute the air with shit. So the idea that they're spraying things in the air is like not very
But
surprising.
the debunking of it pisses me off because, like that says, it doesn't exist. You're not giving examples. You're not saying, oh, this is Horizon Company spraying this for this reason. There's
You think
no
the person doing
explanation
it
for
even
that
knows what
plane
they're
all the
doing?
way high in that altitude spraying. You don't know what the fuck that is. It's just like the vaccine into your body. You don't know what the fuck they're spraying, and you don't know what the fuck you're injecting, bro. It's real shit.
Shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
That's what I just try to tell people. Like, just try to stay woke. Like, stop. Like my whole beef.
But you can't say that word no more either. People, it's like people. Everything has
I
been
am woke.
corrupted. You can't even say woke. You can't say nothing to nobody no more. You call people a human, and they get upset about that shit too.
Oh heck
Like you
yeah.
can't say anything
I'm not
to
a I'm
anyone
not a
anymore.
she. I'm
And
a
this is the
they.
agenda. This is exactly what they
I'm
want,
not
bro.
a
They want
she.
people to
I'm a
not be able to
they.
talk about shit.
You believe that?
It's just ridiculous.
Like
It's
I'm
fucking
not a he
ridiculous.
or a she. I'm a they.
I mean, we're not even gonna get into that. We're not even gonna
I'm
get into
just.
that in this video.
I
It's
wouldn't even
like
talk about that.
we not even you better off talking about the government spraying us with chemicals. Talking that shit.
Like there was a picture. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Like they actually had like the inside of that plane, and it was just like those air tanks for balloons. It was just huge things filled that whole body inside of that plane. And I was like, wow, that even like made me even more skeptical about chemtrails.
Yeah, man. It's like this. There's just no.
And it always
People
happens on
don't
a
care.
good day. Like if you go outside and it's a nice day, blue sky, they got the alert. They'll be out there soon.
You see it. You see how the shit goes and how the weather is.
And every
Just
time it's
like,
a nice
come
day,
on.
a rainy day comes after that. Like it's crazy because back in the day, like weather, like I know I'm gonna sound crazy. People are thinking weather seemed normal. just like news, politics, everything we talk about, music, movies, nothing seems like genuine no more. Everything just seems AI-ish, generated. Everything's
Everything is
generated.
keeping you home. Everything is meant to keep
Facts.
you home.
That's true.
Everything is meant to keep you home. Every time it rains, those fucking companies that deliver food and do all of that shit, they're making money. So of course
Facts.
they want that shit. You think that if I'm a billionaire and I've invented a company that delivers you food, you think I want it to be nice outside? I want it to rain every day. Every time it rains, I'm rubbing my hands. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like umbrella companies make less money off the fucking rain than Uber does. You know what I'm saying? It's like really think about. It's like everybody is staying home. There's more of a reason for people to be home than ever before. And it's like it's just crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's just it makes me think about a lot of shit. Like it's just so many topics and so much shit that I just been
You know
thinking
what's
about lately. And
alarming
it's like
too? If you
crazy.
if you look it up, it happens in a lot of places in a lot of countries. It's not just here. It's not just New York. It's not just California. It's like everywhere. Middle America shows these chemtrails. This shows the chemtrails. That's why it's like when you connecting the dots, it's like nah, something that's all I'm doing. I'm just connecting dots of experience and what I see and what people tell me. And a lot of people, you know, they're open to the idea, but it's amazing how many people aren't because they don't even look at the sky. People don't even look up unless it's an eclipse they're faking.
Yeah, it's just some of these clouds you be walking and you look and it just that shit does not look like it looks like somebody put that shit there.
That blue
That
moon
shit
the
is
other
weird.
night,
And it's
bro,
like, and
that
people
shit
get
looked
crazy and they're gonna
fake.
watch. People will watch this and be, oh, you fucking idiot! You don't know what a fucking cloud is, and this and that and blah blah blah. Blah. And it's like, all right, whatever. Like whatever you want to say, like however you want to put it, say what you want to say.
Look,
There's videos of this shit. There are videos that
I want to
show
show
us.
some
It's called cloud seeding. Like it's not a conspiracy. Like it's this shit
facts.
is not a fucking
It's
conspiracy at
just
this
like
point.
aliens at this point. They just don't want to admit it.
But people are always gonna be in denial.
All right, cool. So I know we're not sharing the video, but I'm showing us a picture of the lines in the sky, and I want to find a comparison. Bro, it's insane. All right, so this is a natural cloud. I'm showing them. It like looks. It looks.
I gotta
legit.
dip soon, bro. I gotta go play golf.
It's my bro.
I want to get out. I want to
He's
get out before the
he's in the
morning.
Matrix. You see how Den's in the Matrix? He act like he
I
ain't.
have to, bro. You have to. If you can't beat them, join them.
Nah,
If you can't beat them, join
I
them.
always say sports, even though it's corrupted and scripted and used for an agenda, sports is very good for the mind, health,
Yeah.
and it's good to push your body and to be competitive in a way. I love sport. I always love sports. It's just
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that shit because people are haters. People are gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, you're just gonna hit a little ball, blah blah blah, with a
and
stick,
golf
bro."
is a
The shit that
strategy.
it
Yeah,
takes,
exactly.
what it
It's a
takes, the
mind
place
game.
in my mind that I have to go
Exactly.
to quiet my whole life, quiet all my thoughts, quiet everything that's
To hit
going
that
on
ball,
with
right?
me, and get that fucking metal flap to hit that
That's
fucking ball
fire.
and send that ball
That's
where I
fire.
want it to go.
That's fire.
Bro, it's in a whole nother level that if you can't understand it, I'm not even gonna try to fucking explain it. Like that shit is next level.
I love it,
Next
bro.
level.
I love it, bro. I love the sport. I like the sport of golf in the sense of it's not all about muscles and strength. It's more about
Nah, you could be like
it's
60
more.
years old with a belly out
That's what
there.
I'm saying, bro. It's all about.
Killing it.
Is it more of a game of how you hit it or where you hit it or the power? What
It's
is a
everything.
combination
It's
of it?
everything. It's a
It's
it's
the
it's every
torque
that's a
of the
whole
way
nother
you
video.
swing.
It's a whole nother
I
video. I
want to
can't
know because I want to
cross
play.
dimensions. I can't cross that's
I
a
love
whole
you, bro.
when I put that glove on and I put those clothes on, I'm not even Den no more. I'm somebody completely different.
All right, bro. So on that note, yo, if there's any chemtrails out there, let me
Yeah.
take a picture. Nah, I'm serious. I'm even joking, bro.
Yo, we're gonna do a golf video though. We're gonna definitely do a golf video.
Does the Masons? Who started golf? Do you know the history of it? Because I feel like
It's
that-
like an old Scottish sport. We talk about that's all. Like I said, that's a whole
Scottish.
nother video. They gotta stay
Illuminati.
tuned.
Illuminati, Scottish. You can't win in this world. Nothing pure, man. Nothing pure. All right, man.
Yo,
We
thanks for
out.
having me on.
Chemtrails, man.
Yeah. Later.
Peace. You're welcome. You're welcome. Later, bro.